Step 3. Basic Data Import. Import data from Excel spreadsheet. In order to speed up the marker creation process, you can use the data import function from different external formats. While having a marker set open, go to the Data Source tab in the ribbon. The Open Excel File option allows you to import data from a Microsoft Excel file. Once selected, you can set the import parameters in 3 consecutive steps in the Marker Import dialog box. First, select the Excel spreadsheet you want to import data from, and if required, set the column headers and other parameters. In the second step, you can filter and combine content in more complex scenarios. When performing simple import operations, you can skip this step and move to step 3. The third step involves attributing data columns from the file to the relevant marker properties. To use the values from the data file, drag the symbol of the selected column from the toolbox into the field corresponding to the marker properties. PROMARK Creator also lets you set constant values for all of the imported markers by entering or selecting relevant values from the text field. Import data from CSV file. The Open CSV file option lets you import data from the comma-separated values data file or other text files. The software will automatically detect and apply the relevant column separator when importing the data. If the automatically selected value is not the value of your choice, you can manually edit it. The second and third steps are the same for all import operations. Import from the clipboard. The Open Text from Clipboard is the third option in the Data Source tab. In this feature, data does not have to be opened from an external file. You can copy data directly from any software to the clipboard and then paste it directly into the text box visible in the first dialog step. You can also adjust other parameters, such as column headers or the data separator, if it was not detected properly. The second and third steps are the same for all import operations. Import data from WinSign. Data import from WinSign on the Data Source tab allows you to import a marker set from projects created in previous versions of Partex software. Select the project file on the first screen, then the marker set that you want to import. PROMARK Creator includes importing content and other marker visual properties.
Step 4. Advanced Data Import. Data filters. Filtering imported data allows the selection of selected lines from the imported file which are to be made into markers. The filter option is available in the heading of each data column. Once the appropriate phrase has been entered into the text field and approved with the funnel icon, select the desired matching pattern of data from the column. The filter function is particularly useful if in one file there are records intended for different types of profiles, dimensions, or locations where the markers will be installed. Data filters allow for the importing of data from one file to several marker sets intended for printing on different profiles. Data sorting is very useful when organizing data and allows logical grouping of generated markers, e.g., according to the application site. Sorting can be activated by using your mouse to click on the column heading which you want to be the key for sorting the data. Building a personalized marker. Detailed marker template options are available at step 3 of the data import. Using the data in the imported file, you can set the appearance, dimensions, and number of copies of each marker as required. There is a full list of available values for every property of the marker under the question mark icon. They can be set manually by inputting the values or by dragging and dropping the column symbol into the field. If the column that you have dragged contains unacceptable values for a given marker characteristic, the field will be highlighted in red, and the error log will list the unacceptable entries and values. Once the errors have been corrected, the markers can be built according to the set specification. Creating marker content. Using the editor in the top menu, you can create the marker content from several columns in the imported data. The expression editor is perfect when creating markers using ECAD, allowing you to drag and drop columns in the editor field to add information like the location, rack number, or terminal number to the marker description. Additional information or separators between relevant values can be added by using the text field and typing the appropriate data. The columns can be arranged as required within the editor or removed if no longer necessary. A preview of the generated phrases can be found on the right side of the editor. The last step is to give the new column a name and save it. The generated fields with data are then added as a new column in the table at the bottom. The column can be edited again or removed using the column heading icons. Step 5. Fixing marker errors. Identifying errors in marker settings. Once marker data has been input and adjusted, it may not be possible to print the current marker set. Information on the current status of an open marker set with the number of errors can be found in the bottom right corner. If there are any errors, the print option will not be available. Errors may include insufficient marker length or too big font being selected. Every heading of a marker with errors will be highlighted in red, and display symbols specifying the detailed error information once hovered with the mouse cursor. Filtering and fixing marker errors. To fix common marker mistakes, use the marker filter according to their status. You can display a full list of marker statuses with the number of times each error has occurred by selecting the funnel icon in the heading. Only select those that you want to correct and approve at the given time. Select the displayed markers one by one using the Ctrl+A keys or your mouse. Error correction depends on the project specs and may include a template change or a change in marker size. Once you have successfully applied the corrections, disable the filter to have a full marker display. The icon on the bottom right corner will allow you to confirm that all the errors have been fixed. Step 6. Printing and saving to printer. Printer panel. Install the required drivers so that the software can find the printer. Switch your device on or run PC Connect mode for the PROMARK family printers. PROMARK Creator allows you to print to supporting devices connected over a USB port or via the Ethernet. Markers printed on your MK10 printer. Before the printout, note the selected marker separator. It can be found in the editor by displaying the relevant line at the end of each marker. To change the separator for all the markers, select them and choose the appropriate option from the editor menu. Apply the cutting and perforation option only for printers with the appropriate accessories. Use the Print option in the main app menu to print. This option will only be available if the selected marker set contains no errors. If you have made any changes to your project, you will be asked to save before printing starts. Only devices compatible with the type of device selected for the current marker set will be displayed on the Printer Select menu. You can configure settings like the print range, print order, and copy number using the options available in the dialog box. You can also modify the print parameters available for each device. For MK10 printers, the software will suggest default values for each type of profile. If you modify them, the PROMARK Creator will save your settings for the given type of profile and printer, and they will become the new default next time you print on the given profile type. You can also restore default settings for a given type of profile. Print Preview is in the bottom part of the dialog. The number and view of the markers, separators, and cutting lines will be displayed. A summary of the selected print options is displayed in the bottom part of the dialog box. A test marker printout is recommended if you have modified the print settings. It is the first of the markers from the print job. Once you have printed the marker, you can adjust the settings like the text in horizontal and vertical orientation, cutting depth and others. Printing will start once you have confirmed with the print button. Markers printed out on your PROMARK printer. Before the printout, note the selected marker separator. The selected option is displayed on the Marker Editor menu. Use the Print option in the main app menu to print. This option will only be available if the selected marker set contains no errors. If you have made any changes to your project, you will be asked to save before printing starts. Only devices compatible with the type of printer selected for the current marker set will be displayed on the Printer Select menu. You can configure settings like the print range, print order, and copy number using the options available in the dialog box. You can also modify the printer parameters available for each device. For the PROMARK family of printers, if you select to change the printer settings and save them, the device will use the new settings for each consecutive printout on the given type of profile. If the printer settings have been left unchanged, the device will use the last set of saved settings. Print Preview is in the bottom part of the dialog. The number and view of the markers, separators, and cutting lines will be displayed. A summary of the selected print options is displayed in the bottom part of the dialog box. A test marker printout is recommended if you have modified the print settings. It is the first of the markers from the print job. Printing will start once you have confirmed the print button. Markers printed on many printers. Despite the printing process being in progress, you can continue using the software. The user can modify the markers or change the settings in a different marker set. The program allows you to simultaneously print several projects on multiple devices. If the printer is used to print several projects, they will be print-queued. If different marker profiles are used to print the queued projects, the program will stop the printout accordingly and request confirmation of a printing profile change. Once the profile has been changed and confirmed, the software will continue printing the next task. Saving to printer. Customized markers can be saved to portable PROMARK printers for later printout. Before you save a project, make sure that there is enough free space on your device. The Save window looks similar to the Printout window and also allows you to select which markers will be sent to the printer. Choose a folder where you want it to be saved on the device and a file name for the set of saved markers. If the set is too big for a single task, it will be divided into several files and will have the same file name but with a different ending denoting the consecutive batch number. Please note the markers cannot be reread from the printer, so any modifications made on the device will not be transferred to the software.
Made by experts, for experts. Made by experts, for experts.